congratulations on this new documentary, this look at extraterrestrials and things like that. I've followed this subject ever since I was a little kid, and it's, you know, for every kind of documentary that's out there, I always say there's two kinds. There's kinds that really follow the truth, and then some that just want to lead you down a path, and like the Von Däniken stuff that you know it was so heartily disproved. And this is a great documentary. This really gives you a fair and balanced look at some of this stuff.
Exactly. And that's exactly what I wanted to do, Tony. There's so much information out there, but it's usually about conspiracy, what the government's telling us, what they're not telling us, and the secrecy. And so we get that. And so what I wanted to do is, as opposed to, keep talking about the problem, focus on the solution. What can we do to bring credibility to the subject now that the government recently started to say it is real? Okay, these Navy Tic Tac videos we're not crazy. These are real officers. This is real. So I kind of wanted to build on that and go the extra step and do something that's never been done before, which is a scientific investigation and a scientific approach to the phenomenon, so that we can get measurable data and then come to the conclusion this is real or it isn't. And of course it is.
Of course it is. I feel that way too, because it's the odds against being the only ones out here and we're is both sad and disillusioning. Working with William Shatner has got to be a dream come true, because he's got such a wonderful sense of humor.
Oh my God, it was a blast. I mean, we had the funniest BTS, like we're laughing and laughing. And I'm like, wait, we're doing this serious scientific documentary here, and he's cracking jokes and he's being so sweet. But it was great because it kind of added this, human component. And part of the reason why I made this film the way I did it is to bring it to the mainstream and not just cater to the UFO crowd, those who are already believers and who just want the additional validation. And so having Shatner in the film, I believe, helped, cross that bridge. And just his style, of talking, of connecting. It was such an amazing experience to film with him. He's great. He's great. And he likes the mysteries, so he would give you answers about the larger picture of the mysteries of the universe, which was amazing.
Do you ever think that we will ever get to a real truth about this? That, I believe these things are locked up somewhere. I believe that there are files and pictures and all kinds of stuff. But why do you think that we're never going to, or why do you think that we are never going to really learn the truth?
I think we are learning the truth. I mean, and that's kind of the point of my movie is, what are the measurable data, the things that we can actually show and prove to the public that this is real, that we're not just, this is not woo-woo stuff, this is not crazy stuff, this is, look at the measurement, it's going against the wind, it has that much mass, it has that much this or that, so I think that's why I'm so excited about my film, because it's the first time ever that we put out data that has never been shown before about UFOs. And also recently, as you know, the Pentagon has been putting out all these reports. More recently, the 1,500-page report on coming in contact with air, with spacecrafts, that the radiation that happens, the nightmares, even abductions and spontaneous pregnancies. Now, this is the government, this is the Pentagon telling us about this report. So I really, really think there's something happening. We are definitely going in the direction of proving that this is real, this is happening. I think it's just a matter of time.
Yeah, I would imagine so, but it just seems like that old chestnut they used to say was, we don't want to cause a panic, but when it comes to other things, they don't mind causing panics. So
That's true. Yeah, for wars and stuff, it's like, hey, I can just press the button here. Don't panic, but I'm just telling you. Yeah. No, I think, I was just saying, I believe, politics, by definition, there's always some agenda, who knows? We have this kind of impression that the government is this one entity that's going to come and save us and tell us the truth one day. And that's not the reality of things. I mean, they're going to feed us, little bits and pieces and reports and information the way it serves a certain agenda. But still, it still serves the purpose, the overall purpose of bringing credibility to the subject in general. So we'll take that.
Yeah.
But
well,
we'll take that. But
I'm not going to put my information in the hands of people that can't fix potholes. So I mean, it just doesn't make sense that all of this can be kept a secret so long, and yet here we are now that stuff is coming out more rapidly, and disinformation and information are heading toward us at the same speeds. Will you follow this documentary up?
Yes, in fact, I'm already, because of the discoveries we made in the film. I mean, you saw what we found. People are going to have to discover it in the film, but just a little bit. I mean, we didn't just capture, the typical orb flying around or some, craft, a saucer-shaped craft. I mean, what we found was mind-blowing. First of all, the same Tic Tac-like objects that the Navy found, that's crazy, the odds of that happening. But also the phenomenon that we captured towards the end of the film that looks more like a wormhole and objects, but we could measure those objects. So the idea that this could be part of a larger understanding of the UAP, we can't stop there. Now we kind of open the conversation to a much, much, much bigger picture. So we already, because we already have amazing stuff in the film, but we have hundreds of hours of data that we're still going through. And so because of that, we're already definitely planning, okay, what should we do next? And how can we add to what we have already discovered?
I think people are returning to trying to understand, the UFO phenomenon with new eyes now, because we got overrun in the 60s, and then the 70s, they kind of made television shows out of it in the 80s, and it flooded us. And now people have fresh eyes, and I think what you're doing and others like you are, because you do have it based in science fact. You have scientists, you have pilots that have seen these, Air Force pilots, and it's hard to, once the genie's out of the bottle, it's hard to put him back.
Exactly. And that's, I mean, this has never been done before, Tony. Think about it. All the films, all the information that's been put out there, we have never seen actual scientists go out with proper instrumentation. We had almost, $750,000 worth of equipment, just instruments. So we know what we're talking about. This is military grade stuff. It's not the little cameras pointing in one direction with 10 other people who saw the same thing. That's not science. And so I think the way we went about it, having these scientists, this type of instrumentation, the triangulation, the time correlation across multiple instruments, across multiple software, different types of technologies, all at the same time, to me, that is a whole new level of credibility to the subject. And like you were saying, now that we've put this film out there, we can't go back. You know, we have to keep improving and adding and having more scientists and more experts tell us about this subject.
Where can people watch A Tear in the Sky?
So it's going to be available on multiple platforms such as Amazon and Apple Pay, iTunes, Apple TV and iTunes. But people can go to the website, atearinthesky.com, and then they'll see the link to watch the movie, and that will give them all the platforms that are available.
Perfect. I want to invite you out here to Salt Lake City. We're having a FanX out here and Shatner's going to be here.
What?
Bill is going to be here in Salt Lake City, signing autographs and doing some stuff. But I'd love you to be able to come and do a panel discussion with him on this film.
It'll be great. When is that happening? Plus, I have a place in Utah.
The 18th of September.
Oh, yeah, I think I should be around. I'm not sure. It's kind of too far from me, but yeah, I would love to. Absolutely. Would you send me your?
I'll send you everything. You're on Twitter?
I'm on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram.
I'll find you.
Yeah, find me. You can just Google me and you'll find me. And also atearinthesky.com, there's a contact tab as well. And the PR company I'm sure will help us connect, because that's what's important, to be out there talking about this more and more. So I appreciate it very much.
Well, it was lovely meeting you.